We were the only Jewish people in the street. And my Baba and Zayda lived in a different town or different suburb. And I'm sure my parents didn't drive on the Yontef. So we celebrated Yontef at home. And the Sidorim, my father's sister used to have all the family over. And the foods, well, of course the foods were very important. The soup, chicken soup and knedlich. And when we were little, my mother used to make milk soup and knedlich. You know, you had to make the children, feed them up and get them healthy. And minced meat, we were very fussy, my brother and I. Had to be minced meat or fried fish. I think it was mainly the Yiddish style food. Tzimmes, gefilte fish, fish cakes made out of the gefilte fish but fried, Yontevim, pierogen, which were delicious, which my mother made. Pardon?
What were they like?
You made the dough, then you had to cook the meat, mince it with onion, etc., season it, roll the little dough, you know, make little circles of the dough, put the meat in and squash it down with a fork, paint it with egg and bake it in the oven. Really delicious. And the other thing, a lot of people haven't heard of Hasenblasen. Have you heard of Hasenblasen? That was one of the favorite things that we used to have in the soup, besides the knedlich. Hasenblasen, don't know where, a lot of people haven't heard of them. It was just flour and water and a bit of salt, and then you rolled it out very thinly, cut it into diagonals, tiny little bits, made a little slit in the middle, and threw it into hot oil. Very unhealthy, but very delicious. And it was, actually I should make it now for Yontef. I don't think my grandchildren have had those. And of course the herring. I mean, how could I forget about herring? Chopped herring, pickled herring. They didn't know about Danish herring in those days. And the kichel. Funny enough, in Australia, they never had kichel like we had in South Africa. Their kichel were like clumsy bits of dough, boat-shaped, that you could put your chopped herring into, I guess. But the kichel from South Africa were thin and crispy and full of sugar. And I've actually made kichel, but they weren't as smart looking or as professional looking as the ones that my mother made. And then, of course, besides kichel and herring, beetroot soup, borscht, we used to love, with cream and potatoes. And everything my mother made. Now we go into the shop and buy them, which is a pity, because then you always have to rely on the shopkeeper to keep on making knedlich and kreplich and pletzlich. Pletzlich was another delicacy, and imbelach that a lot of people don't know about. Pletzlich were made from plums, which you maybe boiled, and like prunes, maybe plums or prunes, you boiled and minced and added a lot of sugar. And, well, I've never made them. And then you'd lay it flat in a pan and cut it, and that was it. And the imbelach was made out of carrot with a lot of ginger. Those were all the Yontef treats. And teiglach. I'm beginning to salivate because Yontef's coming up.